Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 4th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pisces, I already did your reading, but something happened to the recording. Basically, the reading was all about having some sort of new beginning and needing to let go of something so that you can have a new beginning. You have the tower right off the bat. So you had the tower here in your reading, but it was positive. It was a positive reading. Again, as I always say, to me, the tower is not a bad card. To me, the tower is a good card. To me, it's like we let go of something so that we can rebuild. And it was all about rebuilding. You also had the a foundation card. You actually have several cards here that you had, Pisces. You had the Four of Pentacles, and you had this Three of Swords as well in your reading. But like I said, unfortunately, something happened to that reading. So I have to redo it, but let's see here, Pisces. You start off with the Voyage card. Again, this fits in pretty closely with the first reading that I did for you for this week. I mean, it's pretty much, you literally have a new beginning as your center card. Again, you have this Three of Swords here as well. What I was talking about in the first reading that I did for you is it's almost like you're having to let go of something that you don't want to let go of, or maybe that you fully don't want to let go of, but it's going to lead to a lot of success. So for a lot of you in the first reading, I felt like it was more in like business or work. Like it's like maybe you have to let go of one to have another, and it's like you have to kind of fully let it go to have the other business or have the other work. So that's kind of coming up here as well. But you have the Voyage card. Some of you literally could be moving here. You have this card in the Tower. People always keep coming at me saying nobody's moving during the quarantine. Tons of people are moving during the quarantine. I've had tons of comments from people saying they're moving. So some of you could be moving. If you're not, you're not. For others, I feel like this is clearly some sort of like internal voyage here, or this is something that you are kind of going through. You have the Sun and the Moon here. The Moon is you, Pisces, in a lot of ways. The Sun is the best card in the deck, but the Sun is a mixture of the two vibrations. It's a mixture of the Sun and the Moon. On a traditional Rider-Waite deck, the Sun has two different types of rays. It has the straight rays and it has the wiggly rays in between, and it kind of represents the two vibrations of the Sun and the Moon together. So I feel like there is definitely this type of like creative energy for you here in this middle row. We're going to cover the rows at the end, Pisces, but some sort of new beginning for you here, Pisces. Next, you have the Tower. I feel in a lot of ways that some of you could be letting something die so you can have something else that's going to be great for you here, Pisces. Also, I feel like a weird message here that I feel like for some of you, you could be feeling almost like you have to, I feel like you need to, I feel like something is going to work in your life, and I feel like you need to do it. It's just what I feel like saying. But you have the Tower here. Again, in the last reading, you have the Tower with the Beaver Spirit card, which is a card of laying a solid foundation. So, and it came up in the same row with the Tower. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you could be working on a foundation. You could be working on something, like getting started something here with the Tower as well. Also could be a move. Next, you have this, and I didn't clarify, I want to clarify this Tower, yeah. You have the Two of Clubs and the Tower here together. So the Two of Clubs is about talking to yourself. It is a card of you and your higher self, convincing yourself of something. So again, fits in very well with the first reading. I feel like you could be convincing yourself to let something go that you need to let go of in your life. It could be difficult as well, Pisces. Next, you have the Sun here with the Queen of Clubs. Something is trying to get your attention, Pisces. Something is standing out to you. There is something I feel that feels warm. I feel like there is something that feels abundant. I feel like there is something that you can't get your mind off here. It could be love, it could be business, it could be anything. And I really feel like you need to move towards it. The Queen of Clubs is a card of seduction, but it's a good card of seduction. It says you are being pulled towards something for a reason, and I feel like some of you need to kind of follow through with those feelings. The Sun says that whatever this is going to lead to happiness and celebration. Next, you have the Moon here and the Five of Clubs here. Yeah, I feel like you need to get out of your head in a lot of ways with these two cards, Pisces. The Moon is, of course, fears, illusions, fantasies, things that do not exist. The Five of Clubs is a card of adventure coming up in this voyage position. I feel like, this could be travel, it could be moving, but it could also just be a new beginning that you're having. And that's really what I feel for you, Pisces. I feel like you're just kind of like on a new adventure. This could be in work, it could be in business. It could be in love. And I feel like this is saying, like, let go of the fears that are like preventing whatever this is from moving forward. I almost feel like saying you need to move more towards that sun energy of joy and happiness and good things. So I feel like in even like this whole middle row, again, I don't want to get too far off topic here, but this whole middle row is literally saying you need to put your energy into things that light your fire, basically, Pisces. I feel like you need to put your energy into things that make you feel more alive. I feel like that's what will lead to success for you here, Pisces. Next, you have the rabbit spirit. It says, now is a lucky time. This is coming up in your present position. The way I do these readings is past, present, future. So I feel like for a lot of you, there's a lot of abundance coming in with this card. I also feel like a lot of stability as well. So I feel like something very stable is going to be coming in for you here. And yeah, I like it. This is a very abundant energy as well, especially for creation. Again, think about it. Rabbits, you know, they breed like rabbits. Literally, that is the saying, right? So I feel like there's a lot of abundance for you here, Pisces. Next, you have the Six of Wands here. Look at this. Love it when this happens. In the Six of Clubs. I do not read tarot and playing cards as the same, but basically these would be the same two cards. Six of Wands is a card of success and achievements and good news. The Six of Clubs is also a card of success. It's a little bit different because the Six of Wands can represent carrying a burden or having some, you know, experiencing some sort of burden. This could just be like, you know, if you're starting a business, maybe you're having to make certain sacrifices to get the business going. Maybe you're having to sacrifice social time. Maybe you're having to sacrifice, you know, other things. Same thing in love as well. This could say that to have love, maybe some sort of past relationship needs to be sacrificed here, or maybe your idea of what a relationship should be needs to be sacrificed as well. It's like sometimes we might get in relationships that are very positive for us, but kind of what I feel for you is like maybe there's something that's not conventional. Maybe there's something that is a little bit different that you haven't experienced before. And I don't think we should change for relationships. I don't think that this is you changing for relationships, but sometimes we have to like maybe do things a little bit differently to make it work. And I feel like this is saying that for whatever reason, that's the message just popping into my head. I feel like maybe some of you could be getting into a relationship where it's like you have to do something that's just a little bit different, maybe different than what you're used to. But I feel like it would be very successful. Next here, Pisces, you have the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Diamonds. Love it. Ace of Wands to me is my favorite card in the tarot deck. To me, it's a card of creation, creating something new. It's like a card of total abundance as well. So I feel like there's like a very passionate new beginning coming in for you. And this could be like in business, work, love, pretty much anything. And I feel like you need to move towards it. That Seven of Diamonds is a card that says trust your intuition. It's a card called the Birds. And it's like, you know, birds represent intuitive messages. They represent messages that we could be getting in dreams or in daydreams or at other times throughout the day. So I feel like this is saying trust your intuition. Your intuition is probably guiding you towards your fire. Like I said, I feel like that's what your reading is saying. Your reading is very simple. The first reading I did, I basically said the same thing. I was a little bit different, but pretty much the same. And I feel like you just need to move towards your fire, something that lights a fire under you. And I feel like it's going to lead to a lot of abundance, a lot of success. I feel like there could be some difficulties or challenges, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, you're going to be very happy that you did this. Next, you have the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Hearts. Yeah, some sort of wish coming in for you. Again, you had the Four of Pentacles in your first reading. Kind of what I said in the first reading that I did for you was that it's almost like you're having to let go of security. It has that Fool energy. You had the Fool in your first reading as well. And it has that energy of needing to, you know, he's about to step off a cliff, but he has his head up. You know, it kind of represents the fact that he is confident. He has the confidence and he believes that that when he steps off the cliff, he's going to be supported or he's not going to fall down the cliff. There's actually going to be a stepping stone and, you know, there's going to be something that leads to something else after that. So it's kind of like he's trusting in the journey confidently, you know, and he has a lot of experience as well. Kind of what I said in your first reading is that the Fool, he normally has a feather in his cap and it kind of just says that he is more than prepared. The feather in the cap represents his intelligence, the things that he's learned. It's like saying he knows everything. He knows exactly what he needs to do. Even the sack on his back is very small, right? And it kind of represents that he doesn't need anything to go on this journey that he's about to, you know, take. And I feel like for a lot of you, This Four of Pentacles could be like holding on to comfort, not, looking at the cliff as a cliff and not looking at the cliff as, hey, there's going to be a stepping stone when I take the step. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you need to take a step. For others, I feel like, another way to look at this is it's like, he might be taking a leap of faith, but he has a parachute. So I feel like some of you, it's like, yeah, maybe you are taking some sort of leap in your life this week, but at the same time, it's like you have a parachute. So I feel like you will be fine. For others, I just feel like this is some sort of wish that you're hoping for, something that you're hoping will come in here. Next, you have the New Life card. Again, fits in very nicely with the first reading I did for you. I feel like for some of you, this is what you're working towards. Again, this is your future position. So I feel like you're working towards a new life. I feel like you are working towards bigger and better things in your life. And I feel like you will be very successful. Again, there is like sadness in this row here. But again, it probably is just the fact that life is never going to be the same again. So, this could represent sometimes like we, improve our lives or we create improvements. And that means that maybe we have to sacrifice friendships, or maybe certain people don't fit in our life anymore. And that's kind of like the feeling I get for you here, Pisces. So there is sadness there, but at the same time, it's like you're greatly improving your life. So I would definitely do that. Next, you have the Two of Swords here with the Ten of Clubs. I love it. Amazing, Pisces. The Two of Swords is definitely a challenging card. But what I will say about the Two of Swords is, it's a card, she's blindfolded. She is trying to make a decision. Behind her, normally on a traditional Rider-Waite, there is water with rocks in the water. It kind of represents the fact that emotionally, she feels like if she starts something new in her life or picks a new path or makes a certain decision, she emotionally feels that there will be obstacles. That's what the rocks represent with the Two of Swords. It's like she feels like if she picks a new path, or she feels if she starts a new journey that there will be obstacles. But really, maybe not. Maybe there won't be obstacles. So it kind of represents needing to get out of your head and make a head over heart decision sometimes, and that's kind of what I feel for you. Ten of Clubs is like once you make the decision, you will be very successful. Ten of Clubs to me is a card of like huge leaps, making a big leap forward in success. So some of you could be noticing big leaps. You have the Rabbit card here as well. So I feel like there are huge leaps coming in for you, Pisces, in all areas of your life. This to me is a very general reading. The first reading I did for you, I would say was more work business focused. That definitely shows up here. And again, at the end, we're going to put this all together. But what I would also say is that I feel like this is very general. I feel like it could be in all areas of your life. So it's like once you decide to move on from something, probably something comfortable, with this Four of Pentacles here, that's where the success is coming in for you. I also feel like, Pisces, that Two of Swords is saying that it's like, I feel like you can't see the other side. Like in a lot of ways, I feel like there could be changes you want to make, but it's like maybe you're having a hard time like seeing whether or not something is going to be successful. I feel like you just need to do it. I feel like you just need to get started. Next, you have the Justice card, Six of Diamonds. Love it. The Justice card to me is cause and effect. To me, with all this here in the past and the present, to me, this Justice card is saying that what you're putting work into is going to return energy back to you. The Justice card to me is an equal give and take. It is like cause and effect, the work that you do and what you get back from the work that you do. So I feel like you are getting more of an equal give and take here. The Six of Diamonds is a card of luck. It's an extremely lucky card. It is called the Clover, and it's kind of like a four-leaf clover, and it just represents luck. It can represent imposter syndrome, like feeling like you're not good enough to do something. Again, there is a lot of feeling stuff here, especially with the moon. And the moon, to me, does not represent necessarily like fears preventing something from happening. To me, the moon is more of a card that says you need to work in your fears. You need to work with your fears to overcome them. So in a lot of ways, I feel like this is more about overcoming fears, not so much fears controlling you, if that makes sense. For others, by the way, I do feel a sense of justice here in general. So if you're dealing with something legal or like divorce or child support, something like that, I feel like there could be justice for you. And finally, you have the Three of Swords, Two of Hearts. Could be a breakup for some of you. I do feel, I said it in the first reading as well, and it comes up here again. I do feel like for some of you, there could be a heartbreak or there could be a challenging situation and relationship for some of you. I don't feel this for all of you. I just feel it for some of you. It's like maybe you have to leave a relationship to create the life you desire. I feel like this has come up for you before, Pisces. I feel like for some of you, again, not all of you, but I feel like for some of you, to have the things that you truly desire in life, I do feel like you might have to let go of a relationship. But at the same time, I feel like it's going to lead to everything that you want, or it's going to lead to something something better. So I feel like you need to realize that. For others, the Three of Swords is more like an emotional card. You know, normally there is rain on the Three of Swords with clouds. So I feel like this is saying that a heartbreak could be avoided as long as you focus on things like not emotionally. I feel like you need to look at things logically this week, and especially in relationships as well. Because, you know, just looking at this, there could be some weirdness in relationships, and, you know, that could be the thing that causes some problems that don't need to happen here. But for some of you, again, like I said, I do feel like there is a need to release. Like I said, in your first reading, there was a major message of potentially needing to release a relationship that could be positive, that could be fine, but it's like maybe it's preventing you from starting a business, or maybe it takes up too much time, or maybe it's just not right for other reasons that don't really, maybe the two of you love each other, but, you know, it's like maybe there's something there that needs to be released. Your archetype this week is the Mystic. I mean, of course you are, Pisces, right? So trust your intuition. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is a card of, like I said, needing head over heart, but at the same time, Two of Swords is an intuitive decision. She is trying to make an intuitive decision. She has a blindfold on. So I feel like you're very intuitive this week. I feel like you need to trust that. I feel like a lot of you kind of like are also noticing the duality in things as well. I feel like you're noticing, like, I feel like you are looking at things logically as well. It's like you could be saying, I'm in a great relationship, I love this person very much, but also they are, you know, the whole situation is preventing me from moving forward. Or you could be deciding the opposite. You could say, you know what, this is perfect for me. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is talking about seeing both sides of something here, Pisces. But very interesting reading. To me, I would say it's actually very positive, especially if you're starting something new here, Pisces. I do feel like for some of you, it's like, I feel like this top row here, for some reason, is saying that if you have a business or a job or something like that, and if things are not working out as you want them to, or if things are not coming together, I feel like that is your clue that it's time to move on to your new idea, which is like this row right here. I feel like this is supporting the reading, which is weird. It's like your feelings is what I would say, are supporting something. But I almost feel like it is your expectations, especially with this Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. It's like this is very emotional down here, Pisces. So it's like your emotions are supporting pretty much everything up here. But it's like there could be certain expectations of a situation that I feel right here that might not come true. So I feel like that's why this Two of Swords came up, because it's like saying, you know, I feel like you need to look at things logically. Like, are things in your life going to logically work out? The other thing is like I said, I feel like that Tower with the Two of Clubs is providing you direct answers. Like, I feel like in business and work, if something isn't working, I feel like that is your clue. Like, if something isn't progressing, if something isn't moving forward, I feel like that is your clue that it's time to do this right here, which is start something new. I feel like there's a lot of attention for you here, Pisces, as well. You have the Sun and the Queen of Clubs. This could say that you're very attractive at this time, or you could be getting a lot of attention from people in love, but you could also be getting a lot of attention from people on social media or on something that you want to share. That Ace of Wands is like some sort of amazing idea that you have, I feel, Pisces. And I feel like these cards here are like saying you just have to get started. That Six of Diamonds, like I said, is a card of imposter syndrome, feeling like you're not good enough. And that Justice card just says cause and effect. You just have to start. You just have to start stacking things on the scale so that the scale can tip in your favor. So probably one of the weirdest readings I've done for you, Pisces, is what I would say. But I like it. I feel like it's good. So thank you, Pisces. I'm not really getting much about love. Like I said, there is love here. You know what I mean? Some of you could be getting out of a relationship. Some of you could be strengthening a relationship. Like I said, duality. I see like both things here. So it's like I feel like there are answers either way, but I feel like it's up to you. Two of Swords. So that's that, Pisces. Thank you for watching, Pisces, and definitely enjoy your week.